Hi everybody, it's Linda from Linda Takes It Back. Today I want to do, I don't even know what week it is, update, I don't know. Hi everybody, it's Linda from Linda Takes It Back. Today is my week 30 update from vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery. Okay, so I've kind of been in this weird headspace with my fluctuations in weight. And I've come to a conclusion that I have decided to do monthly updates about my weight. It's too much going up and down and up and down, and it's maddening for me, but it's even more maddening for me to think, oh, I have to do a video, and not wanting to do a video because I just went up a pound for no apparent reason. So I think instead of playing those mind games, let's just do it monthly. I can still tell you what happened during the week and what my struggles were and what my NSVs were, but I'm just going to give you the weight once a month. I'm going to aim to do that around the 17th, it's usually a Friday is my last weigh-in, but whenever's around the middle of the month, because that's when I had my surgery. So this is week 30, so I'll do another one at week 34. Kelly at the 56 Bypass, her YouTube channel, she did a video a little while back where she talked about not registering a weight until she had hit it and she was like well below it. So I think it was like 147 she weighed on the scale, but she didn't cross off 150 until she passed 149. Like, she wanted to make sure she was well below that and the fluctuations had stopped and that she really was at 150 for good before she crossed it off. And I kind of get that because I've been down to 165.8 and that was like a nanosecond, and then I went up 2 pounds again. So it's like your body needs time to adjust. So let me give you my stats. I'm going to try to do them off the top of my head. Okay, so I had my surgery on May 17th, 2019 at the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And with Penn Bariatrics, Dr. Dumont was my surgeon. Everything was great. I was released like the next day. My starting weight at the beginning of my 6-month process was 217. And the day of surgery, I was 201.1. So last week I weighed in at 167.4. And this week I weighed in at 167. So I have been this weight before, but then I bounced right back up and down, up and down, up and down. But it seems like the past few days I've been weighing in the same. So I feel like I'm holding on to it now. And that is a total of 50 pounds lost since I started the process, the 6-month process of getting approved and then getting my surgery. So 50 pounds total. Yay! One of my first goals and very exciting. Okay, so what's been going on? Why haven't I done any updates? I still have this cold, and this cold has just been a cough and a terrible cough. Like, I just will have like coughing fits. And I felt like, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I used to have asthma and allergies really severely. And then I had my girls, and I know that they say a third of people with asthma and allergies can get better, a third will stay the same, and a third will get worse with pregnancy. Well, I got better. I got a lot better. I mean, my allergist like was near tears when she heard that I didn't have it anymore. She's like, you were like 1 in 100, like the worst case out there, and it just went away. But this cold, for weeks, I started using my inhalers again. I was not feeling well. I couldn't catch my breath. So I went into the allergist and she thought I had pneumonia. She's like, I can hear crackling on your left side. And so anyway, she got me on a whole regimen of antibiotics and medication. And I was starting to feel a little bit better, but it's been ongoing. So last Friday, I think it was last Friday, yes, I had my 6-month checkup at the bariatric center. And it was like 3 weeks after my actual 6 months, but I was happy to have the extra 3 weeks. So when I first started going for my 6-month process, I wore the same outfit every single time. I wore the same jeans. I wore a belt. It was crazy because I was a lower BMI, so I needed to weigh more. So I wore the same outfit every time. And I had the sweater in 2 different colors and I would alternate them. And then towards the end, when it started to get warmer out, I was like, oh no, I need to wear this heavy sweater. Anyway, but now I go and I'm like, I want to weigh as less as possible. So I layered. I like wore what I needed to wear for the cold weather, and then I like took it off and had a tank top on, and I wore my thin yoga pants, and I weighed myself at home, and I tried not to drink anything before I went, and it's weird. I know. What does it matter? It's just a number on a scale. It shouldn't matter, but I let it get to me. Anyway, the nurse was concerned about the pneumonia, so she ordered a chest x-ray. And she was also concerned about the incident I had in Orlando with the chest pains. And I told her that it had happened again, and I kind of felt it coming on. Was it like 2 weeks ago? I had like a chicken fajita for dinner without the tortilla, and it was really good. I had it. We have a lot of stressful stuff going on in our lives right now, and I got really stressed out. We got another like last minute phone call about the world blowing up in our lives, and so like an hour later, I had some more. I put some more in a bowl and I ate some more, and I knew I was eating too much, and I knew I shouldn't have, and I started to feel this pain in my back, and I was like, oh no, oh no. And I started walking around. I tried to like get things moving. I was like, had my hands above my head, and I was trying to stretch, you know, to allow digestion to go more easily, but it still came on full-fledged. It was like wrapping around pain to my chest, and the only thing that relieved it was burping a lot, making myself forcibly burp nonstop, basically. I'm sorry, that's too much information, but that's how I finally got rid of it. So I told the nurse that, and then she ordered an abdominal ultrasound just to make sure everything was okay. And I thought, it'll be fine, right? It's not a big deal. I'm sorry, my stomach is making really loud noises right now, if you can hear it. I didn't even eat anything. I don't know why. Anyway, so Friday I went for both of those tests, and within an hour of getting home, she called me and she said, I don't think you had pneumonia because it doesn't look like it's clearing up. It doesn't look like you have evidence of pneumonia. So that's good news. But you have multiple gallstones. My mouth dropped open. I'm like, I'm like, oh no. Like, I should have gone in October when this happened and gotten this test, but I really didn't think that's what it was. I mean, I know people who drop like 100 pounds, and that's what I thought had to be like weeks and weeks and weeks of massive weight loss. I only had like 3 weeks in a row where it was like 9 pounds pre-op diet, maybe 9 pounds the first week or 7 pounds the first week, and then 7 pounds the next week. And then from then on, it's been like 3s, 2s, 1s, not like huge, massive losses for 50 pounds total. So I'm shocked. I'm shocked. And not only that, but my husband's insurance, his company got bought out by a bigger company, and they are changing over to their medical plan starting at January 1st. And when we looked at the options, the big option, which is what I've been choosing the past few years because of all my health issues, knowing I might have the surgery, we paid out the nose for the medical. The biggest option wasn't even as good. I'm sorry. It wasn't even as good, and it was more money. And I'm like, I can't imagine. I'm feeling so much better. I'm not going to be going to all these specialists anymore. I'm not going to need the meds that I needed before. So we picked the middle package, which was like if you know, like there's FSAs and HSAs, it was an HSA, and up to like the first $6,000, you pay the full price for anything. So if a prescription's $200, you pay that, and the company subsidizes like $1,000. It's not great. So if I need gallbladder surgery, we're screwed. We're screwed. And if I can get it by the end of the year, my deductible's met. So I call the bariatric center and I'm like trying to get my surgeon, trying to get an appointment, and they can't get me one until January 9th because he's away. And all the surgeons are away. And so they finally got me in with somebody. It's like, if you just like sit on the phone and wait for them to give you an answer, like, I don't just say okay and hang up. I'm like, well, I need it. I need this. It's going to cost us a lot of money. And so they finally gave me somebody, I think it was not exactly in their department, but is in gastroenterology or intestinal or whatever. So meeting with them on Monday. I have to go down into the city. It's like 45 minutes away, but I got a time that's not at rush hour, so it should be good, and see what they say. Not really looking forward to having a surgery again or by the end of the year, but if it saves us thousands and thousands of dollars, that's what I'm gonna do. It's not really what we need on our plate right now with everything going on with my father-in-law, but again, we're gonna have to roll with the punches and just see what happens. I had a bunch of NSVs lately. I thought of one while I was upstairs. I looked at my sneakers and I thought, wow, so I have to buy New Balance sneakers, and I can't just buy any New Balance sneakers. I have to buy specific ones that are in the ugliest color options available. They look dirty when you get them, put it that way. I'm unhappy with that. But they cost like $175. And that has been the only shoe that I've been able to wear for years. So I just have to spend the money. They never go on sale, and I have to get them, or else my feet hurt so bad. So I have plantar fasciitis, and it was so severe. I did physical therapy multiple times, and I had x-rays. And when I had my x-ray, I had like a heel spur. A heel spur is just like a dagger, basically pointing through the bottom of your heel. And that's what it looks like. It looked like a stalactite, you know, just pointing through my heel. And the doctor came in, he was like, how old is she? After he saw my x-ray, and I was like 40 something at the time. And I'm like, yeah, well, I have work on my feet. It's my job. I've had plantar fasciitis my whole life. And they're like, never go barefoot. Never, ever walk around barefoot. And I did that a lot during my life because I liked walking barefoot. And now if I try to like clean or make dinner and I'm walking around, I have to go and find my shoes and put them on because they start to ache. So anyway, after this weight loss, now I can wear other shoes again. I can wear boots, and I had no shoes. I went to go to a party and I had no boots. I had nothing fancy, nothing dressy. I had no shoes at all. I would buy things and then not be able to wear them. So I had all these sandals that I could never wear, and now I can wear them. It's very exciting. I'm like, oh my God. So I bought like 3 different pairs of boots, and I can't wait. Like, okay, it needs to snow so I can wear this one. My husband had his work Christmas party, and I usually haven't been going the past few years. Sometimes it's been in New York, so it was kind of logistically, I couldn't go and leave my mom with the kids till like midnight or whenever we'd get home from New York. So I didn't go, and I honestly just didn't want to get dressed up and fancy. I didn't really feel it, and I didn't feel like I would look good in anything that I wore. So this year it was at Dave & Buster's in Philadelphia. So it's a nice casual place where they have like cool games to play. And I was like, I can go because I have dressy pants, and I had just bought two dressy tops to have for Christmas. And I went, and it was fun, and we had a good time. And that's it. I was like, oh yeah, I went and I felt good. And I felt, you know, I didn't feel out of place, put it that way. I didn't feel self-conscious. And I had cool boots that I wore and they didn't even hurt my feet. Like, not at all. I just felt good. And that was amazing. And my pain level, my overall pain level is so much less. Like, it still hurts going up the steps, but I'm not pulling myself up the steps. And when I get to the top of the steps, I'm not like, oh my God, that hurts so bad. I'm just walking up the middle of the steps. I still find myself holding onto the railing when I go down and kind of like angling my hips a certain way. And I'm like, I'm probably messing myself up by doing this. And I could probably just walk straight, and I need to like train my body to do that again. Because I would do things to compensate or like be holding on in case I were to fall. And I don't really think I'm going to fall anymore, which is awesome. I may have mentioned this NSV before, but sleep. Sleep was a big issue for me. I used to love like sleeping, and you couldn't wake me up. I would take naps, and then I started to get all this neck and shoulder pain, and it became just like so painful to sleep. We have a sleep number bed. We have like a memory foam topper for it. I've tried all these different pillows, so if I needed to change up a pillow, I could. There's like no reason except for the chronic pain that I was having sleep issues. So now I don't have them. I still take like a muscle relaxer to get to sleep, but it's amazing. It's amazing. I can get to sleep really quickly, and I sleep all the way till the morning. And I don't sleep later. I usually don't sleep in unless I'm really, really tired, but that's fine. I mean, I'm happy and I feel rested. I mean, I would get up before and I would feel exhausted, and then I would have to take an hour or 2-hour nap in the middle of the day. Yesterday, I was like, you know, when I get back from picking up the girls, I said to my husband, I want to lay down. And he's like, oh, okay. But I never went to sleep. I just like rested. And I was fine. When before I was like, no one make a noise. I need a 2-hour nap. I'm wiped out. So there's big changes going on in my life just by losing 50 pounds. It's made such a difference. I gotta go eat lunch. My stomach is making so much noise. It's ridiculous. I still weigh myself daily, but it's just, I can go, oh, that's a normal fluctuation, but to get on here and talk about it, I'm like, I don't want to register that in. I don't think that's fair when I know a 2-pound gain overnight is definitely not a real gain. Something like salt or anything, you know, bloating with water, anything could have happened. So I need to like embrace the ebbs and flows a little bit better and not try to focus on the weight itself too much. So I hope you all have a good week. We're all gonna be focused and back on track and writing all our stuff down and trying to do the best we can through this holiday season. I know there's like lots of holiday parties and people bringing snacks into work. Oh, I remember with my old job, they used to deliver them right to the kitchen, and it was like boxes of chocolates and cookies and all kinds of stuff. And it was right next to my office, and somebody would come in and go, Linda, did you see the brownies? Linda, did you see the box of Reese's peanut butter cups? And I'm like, can you stop? I can practically see it right through the wall, and I'm trying to ignore it. And I asked them to stop, and they just laughed and kept doing it. Passive aggressive. Yeah, passive aggressive. But be strong. You can do it. Talk to you soon. Bye.